by this party quilt and sham set that we're bringing at home. I love this design. First of all, you have something that is reversible. So what we are giving you is this beautiful pattern that you see right here is going to be on your quilt. Now, these are just the shams that I'm showing you, but we do have that exact same pattern on the quilt on one side, and on the other side, you're getting this gorgeous gingham pattern that also has these adorable buttons as well that you're going to be able to have. We have a variety of sizes: twin, full, queen, and king. So let's run through the size prices, and then I'm going to show you your color options. If you want the twin size should be $59, it's $39. You're saving $19 today. In fact, across the board, you're saving $19, and we're gonna make this super easy. So we're gonna start off with the twin at $39.99. If you wanna upgrade to the full, it's an extra $10 at $49.99. Upgrade to the queen, it's an extra $10 at $59.99. Upgrade to the king, an extra $10 from there at $69.99. Or the difference of about $2.50 on an easy pay. That ranges from an easy pay of simply $10 up to $17.50, depending on the size that you go with. Color options that we have available. The one that we see up top is the gray. I love that gray because it's just a mix of so many different colors together there. Then down below here, we have our lavender, which is so sweet and I think perfect for the spring into the summer. This is your blue. And then finally the peach. Now the peach matches my guest room perfectly because I have that green like that on the walls, and I love that pop of the peach color in the center. Much more limited in that peach option if you do want to bring that one at home. If you're getting the twin size, you get one sham. Any other sizes, you're going to be getting two. And joining us for the next couple of minutes, we're going to welcome in Carrie Lachlan, who is a designer that you've seen on HGTV, that you've seen on every single basic home interior decorating show that's out there. And she's here to help you decorate your home. So take advantage here, especially while we have this amazing clearance price. Nice to see you, Carrie.
So good to see you too, Justin. How's your weather over there?
You know, I typically can hear the rain from in this studio, and I don't right now, but I did hear that it was raining. I think it's on and off, pretty bad rain over here. But you know what?
Yeah, we've
they
been
say
having some storms.
The showers bring out the flowers, and we've got the garden party here. So
exactly.
Tell us about this pattern.
It's time to snuggle. That's why I love those spring showers. But that's really, really beautiful. And there's those little adorable moments that we were talking about, those things that we really go overboard with at Home Reflections. We love to give you those little moments because it just shows really the detail that we put into the pieces that we are curating and designing. This is a true reversible story as well. You have that beautiful quilted patchwork, a little bit of batting in there as well. So it's a nice weight, something that you can use in the spring and the summer, and then add that, a throw over top or underneath to add a little bit more warmth in the winter and fall. And then you can reverse it to that beautiful gingham as well. Each one having its own, color story. I love the gray that's on the bed right there because it reminds me almost of like a pencil sketch. You have this really beautiful highs and lows with that really nice warm background as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a true piece of art when you look at it. And what I love about this too is maybe, and I'll be the first to admit, my guest room is the one where I'm a little bit bored right now. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, gosh, it's been 5 years. Every guest that's ever come over, if they came over once in the last 5 years, if they come over a second time, they'd be like, oh, so you did nothing in this room. And this is a really easy way to change the biggest piece of real estate in the room by simply just putting a quilt on it. But let's talk specifically why a quilt. Because when I was training as a host, Mary Beth Rowe had said to me, if you ever see a quilt or you see a down blanket, you buy it at QVC because it's rare that we have it. And we have both of those here in this show on a clearance price. So why should somebody pick up a quilt for their home?
A quilt is really that perfect weight, as we go through the season. So it's really an all season weight.
Okay.
It also, there's a nostalgia behind a quilt. When you see that quilt, it just, it really, really says, come on in. It's very welcoming. There's a hominess behind it as well, but there's still that elevation. I grew up with a mom who kind of changes out she would change out her quilt. She still does it. So every time when you go to visit her, like in the guest room and in her bedroom, the quilts change with the seasons, which is really fun because it's a welcoming way. But this quilt specifically too, it's made like for the wear and tear of a family. It's machine wash, tumble dry. So although you're getting the beauty and kind of that nostalgia and the tradition of a quilt, you don't have to worry about babying this quilt and, you know, not letting your furry friends or your kids be all over it as well.
Well, you know, you see me just nonstop literally feeling this texture here. The pattern,
it has a nice brushing to it too.
Well, the pattern that's in this, it totally takes me back to when my gram used to watch me, and she passed away two years ago. But I feel like I'm right back at her house again, and now I'm just sitting in it. Now I'm just going right back over to Graham's house by getting in the bed over here, because she had quilts, and oftentimes she would make quilts. So there were ones that she had purchased, but there were ones that she made as well, and they always had this textured pattern to it. And feeling this, it brings me right back to the times where she would watch us in the summertime when my dad was working, my mom was working. This is weird to say, but like I can almost like smell the air conditioning that was running in the summertime. And it had a very distinct smell, but this is literally bringing me back such memories to just taking that afternoon nap on the couch. Air is on full blast. Graham was making a grilled cheese sandwich for us when we woke up. That's what this reminds me of. But there's a reason why she had so many quilts, because they were homey, because they were welcoming, because when guests came over, it's what you wanted to snuggle up in. And that is the reason why maybe you want to go with this. If you pick it up today, you've got an easy payment here that is going to be anywhere from $10 for the twin size up to $17.50 for the king. That clearance price is amazing. And Carrie, again, it's reversible here, so you're getting two different patterns in one.
You're getting two of the patterns in one, and what's really fantastic about that, because of the weight of this quilt as well, you can fold this down really nicely. It has a really beautiful look when it's folded down. So if you want to have it how we have it set up in studio, where you have the beautiful floral and you're folding it down to the gingham, but say the next day you're like, you know what, I want to have the gingham out and have that floral folded down. Or you can pull this all the way up and have full floral or that full gingham. And you can also play with these shams. Maybe, you know, you mix and match, you move one to the gingham with the floral. So a lot of different ways to play with this. And it doesn't, you know, when sometimes things are called reversible, but then when you see it, you can tell like the side that is up front and the side that kind of is back. This is a true reversible story where you have all of those moments. You have that beautiful binding running around the interior of the sham. And then of course you have those beautiful little button moments as well if you want to do the gingham side.
I love the gingham side. It's so farmhouse chic to me.
Let
me go through some of the colors that we have here. The one that you see on the bed, that is the gray. I loved Carrie's point. This is like pencil etching. It looks gorgeous in that gray. We also have it in the lavender. Over here, we see it in the blue, and then we have it in the peach. If you want the blue, we have 300 that remain, and that is it. This is what it looks like on that full bed. And Matt, do we have the breakdown of that blue in each size of what remains? Okay, so in the blue size, if you want the twin, there's 2 dozen. In the full size, in the blue, there's 3 dozen. In the queen size in the blue, there's 200. And final 100 in that king size in the blue. It's under $40 or under $70, depending on if you're going with the smallest or largest size that we have. It's H482 493. That is your item number. Out of retail, you'd expect to pay $100 to $129, but here, we've got it for a lot less than that. $39.99 or $69.99 to bring home that gorgeous quilt set. Okay, what we also have available here as well are these beautiful throw pillows. These are called the Layla Floral